U.S. stocks rose Wednesday, with all three major indexes gaining for a second straight day and tech stocks leading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 307.65 points, or 0.63%, to 49,482.15. The S&P 500 gained 56.06 points, or 0.81%, to 6,946.13. The Nasdaq Composite advanced 288.40 points, or 1.26%, to 23,152.08. The S&P 500 recovered most of Monday's losses, while the Nasdaq hit a two-week high. Optimism grew ahead of Nvidia's earnings, with all Magnificent Seven stocks rising. Trump reaffirmed his commitment to tariffs in his State of the Union address and threatened to raise the global tariff rate to 15%. Tech stocks broadly advanced Wednesday, with all Magnificent Seven names rising. Microsoft led gains up nearly 3%. Meta rose over 2%. Tesla added nearly 2%. Nvidia gained over 1%, and Apple and Google edged higher. Software stocks continued their rebound, with Thomson Reuters skyrocketing over 10%, Intuit up over 6%, Datadog rising over 5%, and Palantir, Salesforce, and CrowdStrike each gaining over 3%. Chip stocks performed strongly, with Applied Materials up over 4%, and ARM, Micron Technology, and Broadcom each rising over 2%. Crypto-related stocks surged, with stablecoin leader Circle skyrocketing over 35%, Coinbase up over 13%, and Strategy rising over 8%. Chinese ADRs mostly declined Wednesday, with the Nasdaq Golden Dragon Index down nearly 0.5%. Chip stock Taiwan Semiconductor rose over 0.5%. Brokerage Futu Holdings surged over 5%. Decliners included NEO down over 2%, Beijing off over 4%, Canadian Solar and New Oriental each falling over 5%, Alibaba down over 0.5%, Baidu off nearly 0.8%, and Trip.com and Tencent ADR slightly lower. U.S. February consumer confidence rose to 91.2 from January. ADP data showed private payrolls increased by 12,750 for the week ending February 7th, marking the fourth consecutive weekly improvement. Fed Governor Cook said Tuesday that AI could cause rising unemployment that monetary policy may not be able to address. Trump reaffirmed his commitment to tariffs in Tuesday's State of the Union address and threatened to raise the global tariff rate from 10% to 15%. After the Supreme Court struck down Trump's old tariff policy last Friday, the White House quickly responded with new 10% global tariffs. Markets currently expect the Fed may cut rates twice in 2026, with the first possibly in June. In after-hours trading Wednesday, Nvidia reported Q4 revenue of $68.1 billion, beating expectations of $65.68 billion, with data center revenue at $62.3 billion, and forecast Q1 revenue of $76.44 to $79.56 billion, above estimates of $72.78 billion. Nvidia rose over 3% after hours. Salesforce tumbled over 4% after projecting fiscal 2027 revenue below market expectations. Bitcoin surged over 7%, breaking above $65,000. For Thursday, key focus areas include weekly jobless claims and existing home sales data. Friday brings the PPI Producer Price Index. Also watch market reaction to Nvidia's earnings and AI sector direction. Technically, the Dow reclaimed 49,000. The S&P 500 rose back above 6,900, and the Nasdaq broke above the 23,000 level. Software stocks have rebounded strongly for 2 consecutive days, with AI replacement fears easing. Defensive positioning is advised, with close attention to Nvidia's earnings guidance for the AI supply chain.